Welcome in. Unit, Plane Geometry and Similarity, student handout number 3. Area of rectangles and parallelograms. All right, rectangles. Shapes we've been dealing with forever. Shouldn't be too difficult for us, I hope. Area is the surface. I had a way to get started. Area is the surface measurement of a 2D figure. We can think of it as the squared units that a shape covers. So if this was the square, or we're dealing with a rectangle, whatever, back like you did in kindergarten, how many square units does it cover? Just like that, okay? You could just count those blocks. But we're not going to have all those blocks, so we actually have a formula to figure it out. And the formula is area equals base times height, where B is the length, which is the base, and H is the height of the rectangle. So length times height, but instead of calling it length, we're going to call it base. Remember, the area is measured in square units. And what that means is that if this is the rectangle, right, and it's like that, and we say it is whatever, it is square units, okay? So inches times inches is, inches squared. Feet squared. Meters squared. Why? Because when we multiply centimeters times centimeters, it is centimeters squares. Because what we're doing is multiplying base times height. And when we do that, we square it because centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. Or inches squared, feet squared, meters squared, whatever dimension you're talking about. All right. So let's get started with the song. Song number 1. These are Disney songs. Song to be continued. Here it comes.
Part of that world, what would I give?
All right. Formula is area equals base times height. So it is area equals base times height. The base times height. Does it matter if you put 5 before 12.7, so you go 5 times 12.7? It doesn't. You're still multiplying them. So it really doesn't matter. So in your calculator, all you got to do is 12.7 times 5. And the answer is going to be area equals 63.5. We're talking about centimeters, so it's centimeters squared. Number 2. They gave you a fraction. Since you have a calculator, let's go over how to turn those into decimals in your calculator. Most of us know that 2.5 or 2.5 is 2.5, so we'll go ahead and leave that one there. How do I turn 1 2/5 into a decimal on my calculator? Take 2 and divide it by 5. Your calculator is going to give you a decimal, okay? That decimal is going to be 0.4. Don't forget to add back your 1 whole. So this is 1.4. All right, so 1.4 times 2.5. Remember, our formula is area equals base times height. So area base times height. And you're going to get area equals 3.5 feet squared, right? All right. Last one. 2 walls of the room are being painted. Each wall measures 16 by 8.5. How many square feet will be painted? 2 walls. Okay, 1 wall. This is 1 wall. It is 16 by 8.5. And then there's another wall, and it's the same thing. All right, so area is base times height. All right, 16 times 8.5. Is 136, my bad. Area equals 136. So that's 1 wall. But there's 2 walls that are the same size, so we've got to do the other wall. So it is 136 plus 136, because that's wall 1, wall 2. And when you add those up, you're going to get 272 feet squared. There was 2 walls, so you have to figure out what each area of each wall was and then add them together. Okay? All right, song number 2.
You got trouble, and I got 'em too.
Song will continue in just a second.
Yeah, you got a friend in me.
All right. Writing formulas. Formulas can be manipulated to solve for missing information. For example, area equals base times height can also be solved to find the base, because the base is the area divided by the height. Also, the height is the area divided by the base. Let me explain. If they give you the area, I'm going to put a number there because I don't really know the number, but let's say they gave you a number 2. Let's put 2 there. All right, they gave you the number 2. And they asked for you to solve the base, and they gave you the height of 3. I don't know. You can solve, right? And the way that you solve is they are multiplying, so you do the opposite and you divide by 3. And remember, 3 was the height, so you basically have divided area divided by height. Look at there. Is that not what they said do? Okay. Same thing for the base, if you were looking for the base. All right, so this time they gave you the area of 162. But they didn't give you the base. So can you solve? Yes. Okay. Except I don't really care if you use those up there. In my opinion, it's easier if you keep it just like this and you just solve for the missing piece. Okay. So you know the area is 162. Oops, I'm supposed to be writing that below there. 162 equals, I know the height is 18. I don't know the base. So what do I do to solve that? All I have to do is do what? Divide by 18. And then you're going to get a value of 9 equals B. So the base is 9 meters. Why is it not squared? Because the area is squared, not the side and the length and the height. All right, song number 3. While I zoom out, and you ain't gonna be able to write that anyway. But song number 3, here we go.
So he floods my brain. I would like to see umbrella.
Song will continue. Give it just a second. All right. Hang on, let me write something down real quick. All right. Number 5. A rectangle canvas covers 225 square inches on a wall. If the canvas has a height of 18, then what is the base? Again, guys, please draw these. Don't just try to figure them out. It says a rectangle. So I'm going to draw me a rectangle. They said that the canvas covers 225 square inches. And then they said that the height is 18. So obviously, what are we missing? We're missing the base. So then we just solve our equation. Area equals base times height. Plug in what you got. So it's going to be 225 equals 18B. And then just do what? Just divide by 18. And you're going to get 12.5 inches equals the base. And that's your answer. All right, song number 3 real quick.
Ever thinking there was danger in the water they were drinking, they just guzzled it down.
Rest of the song will be coming right up.
Making it oodle lolly, golly, what a day.
Oh, that's such a good movie. All right, these are Disney movies, by the way. So if you can name the Disney movie, I'll take it. All right, number 6. Students were asked to write a formula that could be used to find the height of a rectangle with a base of 12 and an area of 60. Circle the names of who did it correctly. All right. So number 1, Isla, or whatever her name is, she can't be right because she don't even have a variable. So she ain't even solving for anything. Okay? Chloe is solving for a height. Is it right? I don't know. We'll look. Ben has height there, an H. Sean has an H, and Kate has an H. So they're on the right path. So let's see if they actually set it up correctly. Chloe said that 60, which is the area, times the height will give you the base. Is that right? No, the area times nothing is going to give you the base. So she is wrong. Ben says the base times the height will give you the area. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. Sean says height, base divided by area. Is that correct? Oh, that kind of looks correct. But that is not correct. Because if we were to set it up like this right here, okay, that is correct. That's how we would set it up, like Ben. We divide by 12. Look which number's on top. 60 is on top. So is Sean right? No, Sean is not right. All right, Kate. We did it right here. Kate is the same thing as Ben, except she already divided them out. So Kate is correct. All right, next song, 4.
Now I see that if I were truly
Pause, and then it'll play again.
why is my reflection someone?
All right. Area of parallelograms. So now we're going to talk about parallelograms, which is the rectangle turned sideways. All right, the dimensions of a parallelogram are also referred to as base and height. So guess what formula we're going to use? Same one, guys. Base times, area equals base times height. Same formula. Where B is the length and H is the height. But the height is not this funny angle right here, okay? That is not the height of a parallelogram. That is, okay? It's the one at a 90-degree angle. That is very important. They are going to try to trick you with the ones I'm highlighting in green. Okay, those are not the heights. So please make sure you find the one at the 90-degree angle. Other than that, it's the same process. It's real simple. Okay, area equals base times height. Plug in the values. All right, the values we need here are the base and the height. Okay, height, base. Area is missing. So we're just going to plug in the values. So it's 12.2 times 8. When you solve that out, you're going to get area equals 12.2 times 8 is 97.6 centimeters squared. That is your answer. It is that simple. Number 8. Again, please be aware. Blue. The formula is going to be the same exact thing. Area equals base times height. Six times 2.5 is going to give you 15 feet squared. Same exact process. All right, I'm going to play one more song. I'll play, this is song number 5. Song will continue. Y'all gotta know that one. Come on. It's one of the best ones ever. All right. Last one for today. Carly was given a rectangle and a parallelogram below on her math test. She said that they both had an area of 11.5 because they both had the same base and the same height. Is she correct? Well, let's see if she is. Do they have, because if they have the same base and height, she is correct. But do they have the same base and height? Well, here's the base. I agree. They are the same. Here is the height of the rectangle. Here is the height of the parallelogram. So are they the same? No. So is the area going to be the same? No. All right, so what we need to write is no. Why? Because the height of the rectangle is 2.3 inches. Oops. And the height of the parallelogram is 2.1 inches. Which means area equals base times height won't be the same thing. All right, while you're writing all that, this is going to be the final song today. So there will be 6 of them today. There will be 6 of them today. Final song for today.
I know every mile will be worth my while.
Song will finish here in just a second.
I can go the distance, I'll be there someday.
All right. We'll give you one more for good's sake. We'll have 7 today. One more.
It doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
It'll finish.
Cruella de Vil. If you...
All right, that's all the fat guy in the back's got. I'll see you on the flip side. Adios.